What's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
What's up,
Keep the
gang?
rest.
Hey, I got that check into golf.
I'm gone.
A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you. Don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They just do get the play off. Now Hackenberg. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Hackenberg. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cole. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Hackenberg now to throw on first. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Fournette, a first down carry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. On second down, here's Hackenberg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here we go.
Hackenberg from the gun on third. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Still leaves them with fourth and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Well, this looks like a free play for Hackenberg. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. To throw is Hackenberg. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A handoff to Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun, Hackenberg. And Eifert has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. A first down throw for Hackenberg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rudolph throwing on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Out of the gun, Rudolph finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has gains the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throw complete there, Rodgers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Hackenberg now after the fumble recovery. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Hackenberg on second down. Going for the deep ball. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Detroit! Hurry up!
From the gun, it's Hackenberg. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's got Rodgers. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Rudolph. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
3-19.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Rudolph. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Hurry up, here we go.
Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. And the throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go.
Hackenberg. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Room here to run. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Back down in Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A tackle that time by Akala Witherspoon.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Rudolph. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back down in Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. Check.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Leonard Fournette. Finding some room at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Three down. Leopard!
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Leopard!
On play action, it's Hackenberg. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
We got three, fellas. No. Check. Patriot! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On 1st and 10, Hackenberg buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football, if you're going to throw it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Detroit! Gun! Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go now. 3,
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Hackenberg on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The pitch to Fournette. And some room to run now. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Leopard! Leopard!
Hackenberg now to throw on first. Going deep for Eifert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception, here's Rudolph. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Here's Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Leopard!
First down, Hackenberg. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. K1 short in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Hackenberg on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Leopard! Leopard!
Oh, surprise. Hackenberg looks to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, look at 56.
3rd and long for Hackenberg. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Rudolph on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And
pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss boy, your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago, if you know, you know, yeah, if you know, you know, if you know, you know, this thing of ours, oh this thing of ours, Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with